Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about this. We're gonna talk about this whole Baron Corbin thing because I know that this just came out, and it's been reported all day. I've been seeing. So went back, saw that Fightful was reporting it. Baron Corbin actually being considered coming back to WWE, considered for a return to WWE. Wow, really got to wrap my head around that one because normally I'd be like, "Woo, yeah, Baron Corbin, we're getting him back, awesome." Um, but we know what kind of state WWE is in. And we know that all the transactions, when I say transactions, the people that have left WWE, the people that they've brought in, the people that they've taken. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into all that. But I just want to say my initial reaction should be, hey, I'm excited for Baron Corbin. I've been seeing him in MLW. I've been seeing him on Busted Open. I like all that. I've always been a fan of Baron Corbin, even in his run in WWE when they've given him shit storylines and just shit positions. He's always knocked that out of the park with his character. Even back in 2018, see, everybody wants to forget, by the way. I just want to say this. Everybody wants to forget that in 2018, fam, this dude had this thing called, quote unquote, go away heat, which I kind of disagree with because, again, it wasn't necessarily him that I didn't want on my television screen. It was the storyline that they were telling with Baron Corbin because I remember the Baron Corbin, the lone wolf from NXT. I remember the Baron Corbin that I thought would be an NXT champion. He never became an NXT champion. At the end of the day, Mr. Money in the Bank. I mean, look. Here's what I can say about this when it comes to Baron Corbin coming back to WWE. Why now? Why now? Yeah, of course, get the bag. I'm happy for him, cool, whatever. I'm a fan of his, of course. Hopefully they're going to give him something good if this is true. But let's just look at this perspective, though. Why now? After everything. So I had to quote tweet this. And I said, this should tell you that they have failed if you have to go back and correct the mistake of firing Corbin in the first place. Dude was Mr. Money in the Bank, and respectfully, Vince fucked him on it, and he did. I'm always here to call a spade a spade. As much as I love Vince McMahon, as much as I support Vince McMahon, and I still think that he should be able to own his own business, just not be behind creative, because again, decisions like this, it got stale. His decision making started to become really bad in like 2008 and 9. I was like, oh shit, man, this shit's becoming unwatchable. So he should have been out creatively, but again, supporter of Vince. But he fucked Baron Corbin on that Mr. Money in the Bank. And I understand, the whole Cena thing. I completely understand. But at the end of the day, he should have gone back and corrected that mistake and had us convinced that Baron Corbin is a real heel. Because he's very capable of doing so. He proved it. And this is the only reason why they're hiring him back. And I don't want to sound malicious or anything like that, but it's the only reason why they're hiring him back. It's because they want somebody that can have that go away heel heat again. They need somebody for that. You had him in a feud with Roman and decided to make memes instead of trying to build him as the big bad of the company. Damn, I cooked with this one. But why now? Leads back to my question. Why are we doing this now in 2026? We got rid of Baron Corbin quite some time ago. I want to say it was early last year or maybe even a year before that. Because he's only been on Busted Open for, I think, maybe a year. If even that. I don't know. But it's been quite some time since we've seen Baron Corbin. And even before he got fired or let go, he was on NXT. And him and Braun Breaker had some pretty good... Hey, they had some pretty good matches, man. Hence, another guy you need to be working on to make him a real heel. But you got him sitting in limbo with Seth Rollins in a stale-ass feud. Oh my gosh, man. You had all this time to do it. You added more call-ups. Facts. All right, I didn't saw that because this is my own tweet. I can't be saying no facts, man. It's facts because I'm fucking saying it. Former AEW guys, you can't forget the Samoans that went straight to the main roster. But don't worry. Let's keep talking about merch and the ESPN coverage. And that's, of course, so this is what I want to know. Because I'm going to ask the question of what, something that not everybody in the room is going to be able to ask and even wants to ask. And they might not even be thinking about it. Like, oh yeah, because there are some fans out there that's just happy to give Baron Corbin some more money. Like, okay, I think I speak for everybody here that we want them to make as much money as they can make, and they want to make. Cool. Kudos to you. I don't really give a fuck how much you get paid or whether you even get, like, I don't care. I care about the entertainment. I care about what's being put on the TV screen. I care that if you care, that we as the fans care, that I'll be able to spit out some more money so that you guys can make some more fucking money. But with the ticket prices, and now they don't even care about storylines, they don't even care about whether they want to pay these wrestlers all this money for them to not even want to show up. AJ Lee. And they're not even moving the needle. You think AJ Lee showing up on a Monday Night Raw is going to move the needle? It did not move the fucking needle. It did not move the needle. But now you're telling me we have to go back to Baron Corbin? A guy that should have worked but could not work because he got so held back with stupid ass storylines like dog food, which is the one that everybody brings up, I know. But that's low hanging fruit. I get it. But it happened. It's still literally the most embarrassing moment of his career. And honestly, probably Roman Reigns' career as well. Those are some dark days of SmackDown. I get it. But the fact that in 2026 we're saying, oh, and it's not even like it's January 2026. It's not even like they could have even brought him back in, I don't know, what did I mention months ago that we could have done? Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. And remember that they added Pat McAfee instead of literally, I don't know, anybody else? Baron Corbin, somebody that's coming back to the company. It's a rumor. It's rumored, allegedly, coming back to the company. Who actually has connections and relationships on screen, if not off screen or both, with at least half of the people in the company, half of the wrestlers in the company. He has history with Randy Orton. He has history with Cody Rhodes. Well, Cody Rhodes a little more off screen, I guess. His history with Cody Rhodes. But he's at least got some matches with Randy Orton. Could have very well come back and been right by Randy Orton's side and Pat McAfee's spot. Could have very well came back in and gotten in between Roman Reigns and CM Punk. Even though he doesn't have any history with CM Punk, but he's got history with Roman Reigns. Like, he could have done anything. But again, they let him go. Way back when. Nobody was thinking about Baron Corbin after that. Because that's just the way WWE works. But now you're saying, oh man, we got to dig back up. The one thing, the last guy that even remotely got actual heat, heel heat, consistently on a weekly basis, Baron Corbin. But here's the problem. Let's go back to the call-up part. Let's go back. I want to go back to the added more call-ups. Because as much as I talk about this, as much as I say, hey, I'm glad that Obafemi, and I think I said this in my last video actually, that I'm glad that Obafemi got called up because they're actually doing something with him, which they kind of are and they kind of aren't right now. I guess we'll see tomorrow night on Raw. But ever since WrestleMania, ever since he retired Brock Lesnar, Oba, your matches have been like you're having contested matches with fucking Otis. Like, what are we doing here, man? Oh yeah, that's right. The lead writer on Monday Night Raw is, of course, a woman. Yeah, go figure. Anyway, Obafemi's just one example. Javon Evans, again, another guy that's on TV. Great for him. Intercontinental title picture. Great for him. But you don't think he could have done more for NXT? You got a Samoans that just went straight to the main roster and you got rid of a couple of them just 2 weeks ago? One of them being not Jake Cobb. Jeff Cobb. Jeff Cobb. Now, I'm not saying he's the greatest wrestler, indie wrestler out there. He's one hell of a fucking talent that could have been utilized very well in NXT. So if you bring Baron Corbin back, don't bring him to NXT, even though it is a shit show right now. I don't know if you guys have been watching the past 3 weeks on NXT. It's a clown show. And that's putting it lightly. I don't want to see Baron Corbin anywhere near NXT if you bring him back. No. Don't put that on him. That's too much of a shit show to put on his back. You put him on Raw or you put him on SmackDown. Give the man a chance. If we're going to do this, we're going to have to do it right. Facts. But we went, Obafemi, Javon Evans, who else? Ethan Page, another guy that I said could have lasted longer at NXT, even though he was NXT champion as well. Javon Evans was never NXT champion. You could have done that for him. You could have had him have a little run or an NXT title feud, at least. But these are guys, and even I said, who's that on SmackDown? Trick Williams, same thing. Like, fam, this is what I'm talking about. You get rid of the Aleister Blacks of the world. You get rid of the Karen Crosses of the world. They just got rid of the Wyatt, so they're getting rid of all these, like, I guess, darker themed, whatever. But then you just get Evil from New Japan, who's now in NXT. At least he's doing it the right way, because they need it. But I'm telling you, man, like this has to be a very calculated move for WWE. Because right now, creatively, they are completely shitting the bed. Monday Night Raw, clown show. SmackDown, clown show. And creatively, you have nothing for these guys. And I wonder if that's really the conversation going behind. Like, I wonder if we're going through that kind of period where they're just saying, creatively, we have nothing for you. New Day. You let go of New Day because they wouldn't take a pay cut. And how dare you try and give New Day a fucking pay cut? You need to give them a good storyline. You need to continue or help them continue to get over and be over. New Day is New Day. You don't give them a freaking pay cut. Of course they're going to leave. But yet we have Lil Yachty in the middle of a, again, clown feud of Trick Williams and Sami Zayn, and guess what? With the United States Championship hostage. Who's the heel? You want Sami Zayn to be the heel, but he's not being treated as a heel. He's not being booed as the heel. Trick Williams is Trick Williams. I get it. He's got the aura, all that cool stuff. Yes. But why are we doing this terrible feud? Why are we doing this terrible storyline from the Gingerbread Man to Lil Yachty being in it? Like, bruh. Y'all need to take a hard look at yourselves and wonder why people aren't fucking watching. For real. Former AEW guys. Ricky Starks is one that hits me right on the nose. Another guy is Powerhouse Hobbs, but what's his name? Royce Keys. I wish they could just keep their names from, but whatever. Yeah, wishful thinking. But Royce Keys, as much as I like seeing him on SmackDown and doing his thing and him having those like backstage conversations with Jacob Fatu, bruh, very well could have benefited from NXT and being a top down NXT first and help carrying that brand for a year or two. What's wrong with that? Instead of eventually going limbo on Smack. Let's say there's a 2-year contract for Royce Keys on SmackDown. Guess what? At some point in time, he's going to be in limbo over there. NXT, Powerhouse Hobbs ain't being limbo. He's not going to be in limbo in NXT. It's not going to happen. But yeah, you introduced him in January, then you delay him, then delay him until after Mania. Like, what the fuck are we doing? And we wonder why we have to rely back on heel heat from 2018. I.e. Baron Corbin. Again, good luck to Corbin, but that's what we got to rely on now. Great. I don't know, man. Let's get to the people. Let's see what the people are saying. Honorable DF says, pair him with Logan and Theory as the new Vision. He has so much potential that they didn't tap in enough. It's a no-brainer. He can be a main event guy. Yeah, I mean, he should have been a main event guy, freaking 8 years ago. Was supposed to be a main event guy. I'm telling you, think about this, man. Rusev on Raw, Baron Corbin on SmackDown, your top two heels. 2018, 19, like, you could have done all that shit. You could have done so much, and Vince fucked both of them. Amongst others, yes, but Vince fucked them. Triple H had the honor, he had the due diligence to do right by those guys as well, and fucked it up. So as much as I can try and blame the writers, as much as I can say the lead writer on Monday Night Raw is a woman, and that's one of the main reasons why Monday Night Raw is fucked up right now. As much as I love saying that, as much as I feel good about saying that, Triple H still gets most of the blame on this. Triple H still gets most of the blame in all this because you're the last line of defense before they go out there and guerrilla. You have approved. You have signed. You're on the dotted line. You put your stamp of approval on every single thing that goes on out there. Storylines, matches, whatever. Character changes, whatever. It's your fault, Triple H. So like I said, take us back to Baron Corbin, the lone wolf of Black and Gold, of the Black and Gold brand. And let's get this thing rolling because we need some real heels on that Raw. I don't know if you guys been watching NXT, but you got Tony D'Angelo as the NXT champion. I mean, all respect due to him. But Tony D'Angelo, who's been in NXT for like 7 or 8 years, not that long, but still, at least about 5 years or so. He's been there a hot ass minute, okay? But again, no disrespect to him, but he's been there a long ass time. But he's your NXT champion, and now he's getting his ass beat along with a couple other people by one man, or woman. We have still yet to determine whether it's a man or a woman. But looks like your typical middle school gym coach. The butch lesbian in a relationship. Like I said, the other night I was watching MLP. I was watching Maple Leaf Pro. Even though I've got my qualms with them too. It was a pretty damn good show. I was watching MLW. Pretty damn good show. TNA. Getting better. We don't mention AEW. Yeah. Unless it's a match that I actually really want to see. where I'm like, yo, I actually care about the outcome of this match, I'll watch it. But other than that, no, I don't really watch AEW. I Talk Wrestling says, I hope they return him back to his early SmackDown Live days when he was the Lone Wolf. Yeah, like the whole Lone Wolf thing. Let's take us back to that. Let him be the monster he can be. Baron Corbin straight out of NXT was cool. Facts. He really wants to kill his career, Hey. Look. That's my worst fear. Like, if I'm Baron Corbin, I'm going straight to Triple H, and I'm like, before I'm signing on a dotted line, and I'm saying, hey, what exactly do you guys have for me and my character? Because you're not hurting for money. I mean, I ain't counting his pockets or nothing. I'm just saying, if I'm Baron Corbin, I'm not hurting for fucking money. He's already wrestling on the indies, making a killing on the indies. He's getting paid from working on the radio at Busted Open as well. Like, I highly doubt he's hurting for money. So I think he should be the one that has the leverage here, and going straight to Triple H and saying, before I sign, what do you have for me? Am I going back in? Am I going to be by Drew's side when he comes back? Am I going to be by Randy Orton's side when he comes back? Am I just going in and just wrecking shop? And then you have me feud with Obafemi at I don't know, SummerSlam or WrestleMania next year or something like that? Or have me feud with fucking Rusev? I don't know. But you need to have something for Baron Corbin when his feet hit the ground off that damn plane. You better have every fucking thing planned out for him from even the time he takes a shit. That's how bad we need a heel. So again, I don't know if he really wants to kill his career. I don't know if he really wants to take that risk of killing it. It's not going to kill his career if he comes back and it's shitty. It's just not going to help. But Money in the Bank has been so diluted and like watered down at this point. You can't even say like, oh, so-and-so is former Mr. Money in the Bank or Miss Money in the Bank, because it's like, that doesn't really mean shit anymore. It stopped meaning anything about 15 years ago. Ever since they did that match where you could just trade it off, I think it was Damien Sandow, where they put the Money in the Bank briefcase on the line after they got rid of the meaning. Add him to the Vision or a feud with Priest would be a great start. A feud with Damian Priest. I don't know about that. Hope he doesn't waste his time with WWE again. They'll bring him in with one angle planned and then back to catering or just plain jobbing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, hopefully he doesn't waste his time. Like, they don't waste his time. I don't know, man. It's crazy, man. Hopefully Baron Corbin, they're in his best interest when he gets back, because I truly do believe this is gonna happen. Now that everybody's pretty much reporting it, pretty sure Baron Corbin's coming back. When? We don't know. How? We don't know. I just hope it's good. But let me know what you guys think. Hit that like, that subscribe, all that good stuff. It's your boy Corn, and I am looking forward to it.